Flashback.
What are you getting mad at?
You're getting a QB.
Your whole entire thing.
Don't worry. Your time will come.
I'm gonna ban him from the stadium. They get the point.
We've been trying it here all week.
Welcome back, everybody. This is NFC North West Coast Edition. We are returning for our GM for the Day miniseries. This is episode 2. And last week we had quite the episode. Eddie decided to dedicate 18,000 hours of his life to make sure he was the perfect GM for the Bears.
He was the perfect GM.
Well done, Eddie. Tough act to follow. We're going to do our best. And you know what? If we don't do as well, I don't care. Because at least it was for the Bears. So, good job. Alrighty. This episode, we're going with JC,
What's
the
up,
Packers
everyone?
fan, who actually now has to be the GM for the Vikings. Him and Dylan have been, they've had a little animosity here the past several episodes. So
How the f*** did I get demoted?
hey, it was all random. Trust me, you
She
know
got
it
the
was
Packers.
random if I get the Packers. There ain't no way in my life I would have picked the Packers. So
You think
We both
I
get to-
want you to have the Vikings?
You think I want the Vikings?
Gosh.
I mean, the only thing we have in common now is that we both had Brett Favre. So
That's why it was a match made in
Gosh.
heaven.
it was.
That was the connection.
alrighty. Well, quick reminder for the listeners who were not here last week and don't know, the rules to this mini series is we all are GM for a day. We have a team opposite of our favorite team. Makes it interesting, makes it fun. Basically, we all have 4 moves that we have to do. A realistic trade, 2027 free agent signing, contract decision, franchise changing move, and we all get the same storyline is our team finished last in the NFC North. So there's that. The rules, pretty simple. Current NFL players and coaches only. Again, assume your team finished last in the NFC North and keep every move realistic. It just has to make sense from a football perspective. So, with that being said, Dill, JC is getting hired as the GM for the Vikings. You got to be
Congrats,
rooting for
congrats.
him right now, man. I mean,
One of your boys made it.
This is your future.
On ayahuasca to hire him.
He actually took a hit before this episode, so informed decision making. He saw the future.
No, I did a darkness retreat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in good hands then,
You're
buddy. You're in good hands.
Oh, great. Great.
Alrighty, JC, what do you have for us? Let's start off, of course. You just got hired
Oh, no, he's got a
as
drinking problem.
you
Oh,
got
no.
hired as the GM for the Vikings.
Sir, you
Tomorrow morning's headline reads
Oh, no. Sir.
GM fired after 2 hours, showed up to the office drunk.
DUI.
My favorite college team is USC. We had a drunk for a coach for like a decade, like 6 years, but still. I needed to drink it. I'm the GM of the Vikings. I'm going to need it.
That's okay. That's all right. All right. So
Okay.
tell us what Dylan is waking up tomorrow to the news of the new GM. What is your headline?
So we're starting with fuck Matt LaFleur just because I need to cosplay. Again, I need to cosplay. Let me get into character. We got it. Anyways, tomorrow's morning's headline reads, the Vikings come down from cloud 9 after coming up short with his replacement and finally start over at quarterback.
Ooh.
Was that a short joke at Kyler too? In
It
there?
was.
I like it. Okay,
We got both.
Come up short. Wait, you didn't throw anything in for
These are
Wentz's
good.
shoulder.
These are
Damn,
good.
I should have.
These
I
are
should
good.
have.
These
That's
are
a good
very
headline.
good.
Great
These are
headline.
very good.
So that's it. There's a lot more to it, but that's how we're gonna start it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could guess what direction we're gonna get at.
All right. All right.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. I'm expecting if we're last place, considering we're competitive, this league, this whole division is competitive. I don't actually think we're gonna go. We're not gonna be the 0-17. We're
Yeah,
not
you're
doing.
not
We're not
first
doing. We're
first
not
pick,
doing the
yeah.
Lions kind of situation.
That's our thing. Leave that
Yes.
to us, okay?
I do think that the Vikings will win enough games where they're somewhat competitive, but they're going to win 6 games. 5, 6 games, but that's just not enough. The GM that hasn't got hired is going to get fired, and then, or they're just not going to have a GM the whole year, and then they're going to hire me.
That's fair.
Either way.
Okay. Dill, you with us?
I'm with you.
Any questions so far?
I'm following.
No.
No.
It is.
Not
I mean, the
at the moment.
Vikings is a little bit. It's unique, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't currently have a GM.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
the season
to,
almost like the season is literally on the horizon, and you don't have a GM, which is wild to me. At this point, don't hire a GM.
Dill.
Like
Yeah.
literally,
And
don't.
that's how we come to me.
And then
That's how
JC
we
is
get-
hired next year.
And if he doesn't work out, Dill, you saw my tape last week. Submit it. I got you, buddy. I'll help you out.
Perfect.
All right, JC, take it away. What you got for us?
Okay, so we didn't win enough games. The storyline of the season is also Justin Jefferson is disgruntled. And the obvious thing would be we need to trade Justin Jefferson. I'm not going that route. You can't trade a corner piece like that, but you got to make him happy. And we cannot afford paying 2 wide receivers. So one realistic trade that I'm going to be making is I'm going to trade Jordan Addison. I'm going to be trading Jordan Addison to a contender for 1 first-round pick. ESPN did a assessment of what they think every single wide receiver is worth, and they put Jordan Addison at a late first. So
That'll be a great haul. If
Oh,
you
it
can
would,
get a
it would.
first pick.
So I'm
Jeez.
just going by what ESPN. Again, ESPN's kind of stupid sometimes, but that's the information that's out there. If someone's willing to pay a late first for him, I got to get rid of him. He has 2 years because they picked up his 5th, and someone else is willing to get that, and we get a first. I think it's perfect.
Who are you trading to?
Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards a contender that maybe like the Rams, because they might get rid of, or Devontae might be retiring.
They don't have picks.
It's not, well, this is next year. They lost this year's picks, right?
It's the Rams. They're going to end up getting rid of their first 2.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. Nope.
That is not productive. Can you? What? Nope.
New team. Not the Rams. Not the
Okay.
Rams.
Okay.
That's
So
not
here's a
realistic.
few teams that I think
New
that are
team.
contenders to try to go for Jordan Addison. I think that you got the Eagles potentially trying to go for him. If it didn't work out with their rookie, we got to figure out how that goes because they got rid of AJ Brown. So there's a chance that they always spend, they always give. So maybe you get it from them. I don't necessarily know, but I know that there's contenders enough where they need a number 1, and I know they're not going to trade with the Packers. So let's get that one out of the way.
Yeah, I mean that's a good philosophy. I think it generally when you're doing a trade, especially if it's for picks, you're looking for teams that are in win now mode.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But just curious in who you were making that trade with.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that the main
because it does depend on where they are in the draft.
'Cause
You
it's
know,
like
you're not trading
Oh,
top
no,
10
no,
for
no,
Jordan
no.
You're
Addison.
looking
That's why
27 to
that's why I
32.
picked those 2 teams just because
Yeah.
I know that they're going to be in the bottom 5.
Whoa. Dill's got thoughts here. Hold up.
You already
the
got rid of
camera
Naylor.
is speaking. The camera is speaking. Come on. Come through right
You're
now.
trading to the Eagles. First of all, you already gave us shit for trading to the Eagles already. So now
There's
you're
a partnership
general manager
already. I
trading
need
the
to go with
Eagles.
my friends. Apparently, there's
First of all, to all of you, we do have a general manager from the Seahawks, Nolan Teasley.
Huh?
When did that happen?
Get to that.
May.
So I still got a
30th.
shot. Is what we're saying. I got a chance.
Is he? Damn. That's how uninteresting
Yeah, we
the
didn't hear
fucking news
nothing.
was.
He's from the
interim?
Seahawks.
Is this an official
No,
hire or this is interim?
Straight up hire. That's
Okay,
hire.
hold up. Fact checking here.
Yeah. Nolan Teasley.
None of us
General
are Vikings
manager.
fans. I know we get
Oh my God.
He's right.
Oh, wow.
He was a scout.
Whatever.
He's an executive. GM.
Oh, my
assistant
bad.
GM.
My bad. He's
Okay.
getting fired this year and they're hiring JC.
Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna. Sorry, man. He's an
My
interim
bad.
at this
My
point.
bad. My
Yeah.
bad, everybody.
Yeah. We make mistakes.
Yeah, we're human.
To be fair,
We're
We're not claiming to be professionals here.
we've had him on the show so many times. He could have brought that up.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
His inner monologue didn't register.
All right,
so.
all right.
Okay.
All right. Reel it in. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm-
So the main reason I brought Jordan Addison is that we can't completely dismantle the team. We can't get rid of players that are going to make Justin Jefferson happen. And let's be honest, he is the most elite player in the whole team. And if we start getting rid of the bigger pieces, he's going to leave. And he's going to be the one that gets traded. So I needed to get rid of someone that we cannot afford. So Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson together, we can't afford that.
Okay. So, because I'm starting to wonder, like, why this specific trade would be a priority.
Yep.
You did hit on one point, can't afford them. So that makes sense to me.
This trade is very important as a building or a building,
setting up your next move.
or a brick to the next next.
Yeah. I mean,
next thing.
I think it is important to have a trade partner and have that established, because we would want to know why the other team would agree to this trade. I think that's a very important aspect in it. So, I mean, I get the direction that you're going in, but I would be curious to know why another team would be interested in Addison for a first round pick, because it seems like that's where you're going for it.
I'm kind of going for the teams that are either going to lose a piece in wide receiver that need like that solidified number 2 or lost their number 1. Those are the only and they have to be contenders, because again, no one's trading a top 15 pick for him.
Yeah.
But the 28th pick, the 29th pick, that's very doable.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, the Eagles make so much sense, even though they're in the division. In the conference, it makes sense. I don't see between us, the Bears, the Packers, I don't see any of that trading happen.
No, I completely agree with that. I think where I'm having a little bit of difficulty is I'm trying to understand why a contender would trade for Jordan Addison.
I mean, he's a solid wide receiver.
Yeah, but I just don't think he's done enough to essentially be like, this is the missing piece for a Super Bowl winning team.
I think the pushback that I'll give you is sometimes you're looking, because there are teams that have their pukas. They have their number 1s. You just need one more piece. You need one more wide receiver that'll take you over that edge. And I think Jordan Addison has shown that when you have like Justin Jefferson and you have a good quarterback, that offense could be deadly. And yeah, he's not a Justin Jefferson. We get that. But he's not going to get paid like a Justin Jefferson. And the capital isn't Justin Jefferson type money or type capital. So if you're only giving up the 28th overall, 29th overall, you're going to get a Jordan Addison type player, not a Justin Jefferson.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
So the main thing is we need to get younger. We need this piece to get younger at another position.
Yeah, you're giving yourself draft capital. Got it.
Okay. What's the next thing? We're going to free agency, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You may have like
whatever
Eddie's
you want.
storyline,
Yeah.
and like if it makes sense, you know.
I hate you guys.
You guys weren't here part of it, but it was Eddie's like before we started this miniseries. He was like, so can I go like backwards, because it tells the overall story of my journey.
I want to go episodic. I kind of, I want to go.
Anyway, it was good. It worked. It worked.
It did.
But it was funny that he like had to make sure that, is it okay if we go this way?
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
It was.
Hold
It was.
on,
Lock it.
reverse
It was.
there.
Yeah.
Jaskui.
Yeah.
Gascoigne.
I mean, it worked out. Okay.
So
Sorry.
we're going to the 2027 free agency.
Yep.
And I have to be realistic. There's no quarterbacks in that free agent class that I would be happy to make my cornerstone. My
So, because you just said it, as the new GM being hired, you basically have made the decision JJ McCarthy is not the answer.
we're getting there.
Okay.
We're building something.
I don't know why I'm asking the question. Like, I'm the Vikings fan invested in this. Hello.
Well, he has been sitting there with his head down.
Mr. William Jeffer Cousins, are you in this?
I'm listening because I mean, first of I'm listening.
I'm gonna give you the very politically correct. We're exploring options at this moment. We'll build.
Well
to that.
done, GM. Well done.
Very PR. Good job. You were trained, weren't you? You took a class in PR.
I just listened to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So one of the priorities for us this offseason, of course, is looking for certain pieces that haven't met expectations. and there is no QB in this free agent class. Baker is an option. He's not my option. That's just as the GM of the Vikings, I'm not picking up Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield, but we need something more explosive. And I just don't think he is the person that we need. So we're going to be picking up Jonathan Taylor. I think that Aaron Jones and what's his name, Jordan Mason, they both haven't shown enough this last year. Aaron Jones is getting up there in age, and I think it's just time to let him go. That's going to be an occurring thing in my team.
Splash.
And Mason has to go. So we're making a big move. We're going to pick up Jonathan Taylor in 2027.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
You don't think that the Colts will extend him?
He would have been extended by now. And I can only use the information I have today.
No, for sure. I'm not arguing that part, but I'm just saying that. Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, no, if he's available.
He's
the
a free agent.
professional GM who does his homework has spoken.
Shut up.
He's scheduled to become a free agent in 2027
Yes,
as
he
of
is.
today.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yes.
So you're
I'm
gonna
going-
cut.
To Eddie's point, I do agree that he's going to be extended. There's no
course.
way he's letting him walk. If they do,
But they almost
wow.
traded him. They almost traded him because they didn't want to pay him. So are they going to want to pay him his money? The Vikings might, because they might move on from other players.
Yeah, I mean, we're going off
Yeah.
hypotheticals.
Yeah.
So if he is a free agent,
The best free agent running back on the market.
then
Oh, yeah.
then you're making the splash with that. Okay, all right, gotcha.
So I just think that his speed, his power, and where we're going after this is just, it's the best move, especially with our coach. I think you can't, if he's a free agent, you have to go that route.
Okay, agreed.
And that's one of my big moves. Kevin O'Connell and Jonathan Taylor, holy I could only dream of that as the GM of the Vikings.
Dill.
What is the Vikings fan?
Dill.
First of all, this is a this is a fantasy gone nightmare. Bad.
What?
Second of all, why? So you're trading away. You're getting away your number 2 wide receiver, correct? To
I
start
Give
it
me
off.
another
Getting
beer.
away-
I need one too.
This is getting so good. You know what? You guys are lucky because
Oh,
this is
God.
content that you probably won't get anywhere else. And we're drinking now, so it's even better. JC, you struggling over there?
This guy's
brother?
drunk already. Jesus.
Eddie
Can
needs
you
one
still hear
too.
me?
I do.
So you were saying,
Well, I
Dale,
mean,
you were mad.
gotta
No,
wait.
he said
Yeah,
that
of
this
course.
was, to quote, this is fantasy turned nightmare.
It's a twist.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh.
Okay. So
Maybe you.
Cheers.
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna need a new drink.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
uh,
we'll give you a moment
We'll
to
get a
go
break
off
'cause
screen.
I gotta
Yeah.
pee after dude.
Well, give me. Well, get like
Yeah, let him finish.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, go ahead.
So you-
Let me okay. So just wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you're getting
Simmer
rid
down
of
now.
Addison.
Simmer down.
You know what?
You're getting
You
rid
know
of
what?
Addison,
You know
Wait,
what?
wait, let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. Go
Go
ahead,
on.
Del.
which is your number 2.
I forgot
who
how
is
he gets
going to
about
take up.
his
who is
wide
gonna
receivers,
take
who's
up-
not Justin Jefferson.
Sir, GM,
Who-
can you let your
just
fans
wait.
speak?
Okay.
Just let me let me say something. One thing, JC. Go ahead.
We're
Okay.
looking at 3 things when you
Packers
do
suck.
that. I'm sorry.
So the force-
I'm
the
sorry.
The force better be strong. 'cause
It's
it's
very strong.
invisible.
Okay, tell us your 3 things.
Okay. So you get rid of Addison, who would take up anybody in the middle after Jefferson's being double deep. You now have a stacked middle on any defense who doesn't really need to pick up anybody.
It's true.
And you are taking away two running backs, basically, right? You're taking both of them away, right? You said?
No,
I think
I
he's
didn't.
just
Mason
assuming
and
that.
Jones is gone. That's just he's
Whatever.
older.
Whatever. Both of them are gone.
No,
So,
in this build, Jordan Mason is the backup. He's the backup running back. He's
So he's
not
still doing what he's doing.
So
Yeah.
JT
Whatever.
would essentially be your
Aaron
premier
Jones
offensive.
replacement.
Yeah.
So
Premier
you literally just you
got rid of Aaron
opened up
Jones.
the middle field to add a running back who's just gonna get demolished now because now the middle doesn't really need to be covered
Demol-
anymore.
You mean probably the top 3 running back in the league?
It doesn't matter if there's 4 people in his way.
I see Dill's point though that if you're worried about Justin Jefferson, sure you got 2 pieces, maybe 3, but you're losing a potential piece in Addison.
So pushback.
That's fine.
I started this by saying that if we do lose and we're last place, Justin Jefferson is gone. To be able to keep him, I need draft capital, and we cannot pay Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison top money because
Jonathan Taylor's going to demand.
I'm
of course,
actually,
but he's cheaper than a wide receiver top money.
This is gonna shock everybody because JC and I love
You're
to
on board
argue,
with this.
but no.
I saw it in you.
Yeah.
You
So one thing I can agree with on this is that, let's say, correct me if I'm wrong, JC is operating under the assumption that Kyler Murray is going to be the starter for this year because that's why the Vikings signed him. So he's going to be undisputably the starter.
They'd have to re-sign him,
Okay.
though, right?
No.
We don't have to resign him.
Listen. He's the starter this year. So they just got last place in the division. Why would they re-sign him?
Yes.
And-
He has
and
proven.
now-
He has
Okay. No, that's what I'm trying to follow. Sorry, when you said he's the starter for this year, I thought you meant for the season we're about to go into.
Sorry.
yes.
For
For
the
the current season
upcoming
and- yes,
season
got it.
right now,
Got it.
and
Yes,
they
got
just
it.
got last place.
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
He is operating under the
Yes.
assumption of veteran quarterback play is not the answer.
Correct.
The
I'm with you
only
there.
thing I need to figure out right now, because he also said that the QBs
Agreed.
not an option.
Yep.
What I need to figure out is if I basically supply JJ McCarthy with a security blanket and no one is better than Jonathan Taylor, I will know what my quarterback is. And I am literally giving this offense the best opportunity. There is nothing better in a QB system than a running back that can catch the ball and run the ball super efficiently.
Sure.
A friendly tight end and an elite receiver. I don't think they have the friendly tight end in your current Hawkinson. Sorry,
Not anymore.
that
Nope.
ship has sailed. But
Yep.
but if you can give him a Justin Jefferson and Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones also, no, that ship has also sailed.
Yes.
Jordan
Too old.
Mason,
So
questionable. I wouldn't completely write him off, and so that's why I think that it is a little bit interesting. But I do see where your vision is,
So-
and I have to say, like, not the worst thing if the Vikings can make it happen. Now, where I do have a problem with is you have to commit to Jonathan Taylor,
Yes.
and that's where you're capping off your future
Yes,
at that
yes.
point. So that's yes. So
But
from that perspective, I can see that.
My thinking was, and you're 90% there.
Ooh.
You're 90%.
They're trading for Josh Allen. Let's go.
No. But she's 90% there. She got where we were going. 90%. There's some. We'll get to where we're at. But in my thinking is, if we get Jonathan Taylor, the most expensive running back contract is still cheaper than a second string wide receiver contract. It just is. 30. How much are second string wide receivers making? 35 million a year. They are.
Well, after T. Higgins, sure.
No, that's what they're making now.
Oh.
With the new salary going up, that's what they're making now. And how much is the top running back contracts going for? 20 million a year,
We'll find
maybe?
out in a few minutes with Bijan and Gibbs, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. But that's normally where it is, like 20 mil, 23 mil. That's still cheaper. And he would make the offense so much better. And yes, I need the security blanket. But here's where we disagree. Not for JJ.
Okay.
So let's move on to contract decisions, and we'll get to that.
All right.
You're gonna see a theme that's gonna piss off Dylan a lot.
Love to see it.
Okay. Here we
So,
go.
my main theme in contract decisions is we need to get young. So we're letting go of Aaron Jones, we're letting go of TJ Hawkinson, and we're letting go of Harrison Smith.
If he's still there.
If it looks like he's
Somebody
coming
should
back
tell
this
him.
year, but if he plays any more than this year and he doesn't retire,
Okay.
we gotta let him go.
Those were 3 moves in one, but
No,
yeah,
well,
we'll
yeah,
no,
I'd like to
Well,
revisit.
no,
The main move is we're getting younger. We're letting go of the vets. That's the move. We're letting go of all vets.
One.
One move, JC.
There's a total of 4 moves. You use 3 of them right there.
No, we're letting go of the vets. That's the move.
I want a redo of my week then.
Yeah.
I got a couple extra moves I like.
Sorry, JC, you got to pick one.
Yes.
So
we're letting go of the vets, and we're gonna let go of TJ Hawkinson.
Okay.
And then the other vets aren't getting re-signed. So that's how it fucking works.
You're cheating right now.
Okay, so we're gonna let go of the vets, and this is kind of going into it. We will let go of vets that aren't willing to negotiate.
You're cheating right now. There are 4 moves. You get 4 moves. You just talked about 3 moves right there.
My move is Hawkinson. But I do want to say that as the GM,
you can't.
I want to say stuff too that I didn't say.
Exactly.
You could have.
Like I could. No,
you all told me not
to. As the GM, I want you to sit these players.
Anyways, I'm letting go of Hawkinson. That's the move.
Okay.
As the honorable mention, you asked Eddie to have some, and he never did. So.
No, I had 5 in the chamber. I said I have 5 ready to go, and she said no, 4 is your limit, and she stopped me. So no, because I got 5 in the chamber, buddy.
Anyways, we're getting rid of the vets, but Hawkinson's the main one.
All right, splicing it up, calling my 5. Let's go.
Here's what everyone came prepared with: 1 realistic trade, 1 2027 free agent signing, 1 contract decision, and 1 franchise-changing move. You were like, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this.
My off-season move is not to resign any vet. Because they're all under their contracts are up in 27.
That's a tough blanket statement, though. To be honest,
it is.
Whichever vet is up in 2020.
That's crazy.
That's my blanket.
Okay. He doesn't care how well you played this last year. You are gone. All right.
You are the weakest link.
All right. If that's what you're doing, go ahead. Move on. Move on.
Oh my gosh.
Hawkinson is gone. We'll go there.
He's retracting. Yep. Reel it back. Well,
I get no nuance on why I let go of my vets.
I would retract.
I didn't get nuance on the contract extensions I was going to offer.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. All right. You've given me a trade.
Okay.
You've given me
the
free agent signing. You've given me 18,000 contract decisions. All right, give me your franchise-changing move.
Okay, and here's where everything kind of pays off. My franchise move is the Vikings will be trading their late first round for Jordan Addison if they need to move up into the top 10. And if they don't have a great season, they might already be there. But if they have an okay season, they'll be in the 11th or 12th pick. They're going to have to move up because this is one of the most stacked quarterback classes in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I am going to say that is. This next class is one of the most...
5 blue chip prospects in the top 5.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you that I agree. I'm saying that this is what is being said.
Bro, compared to Caleb's class is wild.
Jackie, remember, this is all on paper with the experts.
I didn't say it is.
I'm not saying we agree.
I didn't say this is the most. This is one of. This is one of.
Okay.
But it is, like, genuinely, that is what is being said about it.
Okay.
What are you getting mad at?
You're getting a QB.
Your whole entire thing.
Don't worry. Your time will come. Okay, so they're basically drafting. They're moving up in the draft to draft a quarterback. Is what you're getting at?
Yes.
Which they have to be top 5 at that point.
Well, they could be a top 10 or 11, but they're trading Jordan Addison's first round pick to get into the top 5.
Okay.
Is that enough capital?
If you're number 9 and you want to get to 5, yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I have a few
because he's assuming they're also last place in the division.
Yeah.
So
no, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
So I have
not assuming that's our
so
storyline.
I have one player I'm going to pick. So don't give me that I'm picking a billion players. I'm just saying that there's some prospects that I think that the Vikings should be looking at. Sure. I'm going to tell you which one I think is the one that they pick up. Really quick. There's Dante Moore.
Number 2 ranked.
Yes. Dante Moore. I just think if he fits really well.
I'm just giving the context to the viewers.
Thank you. There's Dante Moore.
Yeah.
There's Julian Sane. And there's Arch Manning. I feel like
you're not getting Arch.
We don't know what order they are.
I'm assuming Arch will go first on some BS. I don't know if he
if the Vikings have a monstrous, disastrous fucking season.
But you said they won 6 games.
No, I know. If they do, they're getting Arch Manning. If they don't, they're gonna get Dante.
6 wins doesn't get you any of those.
I just said if they have disastrous season, they're gonna get Arch Manning because they don't win 6 games.
I know, but you started this off by saying they won.
Okay.
6
Oh my
games.
god. Can I just finish this section, please?
Yeah, let him finish.
If they have a disastrous season, they're getting Arch Manning. But I don't see that happening. I think they're going to get Dante Moore. And I think they're going to have to potentially trade that first round pick to get their quarterback of the future. And just to get the viewers or the listeners a little perspective, Oregon, he had 3,565 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He had a 71.8 completion rate.
Yep.
That's amazing for a college quarterback.
Yeah.
And I just think he would fit so perfectly with the Vikings.
He only didn't come out this past year because he wanted to be number 1.
And he is my pick for the Vikings. We will be drafting Dante Moore in 2027 to rebuild and get our franchise back on track. We're letting go of JJ, number 9, for Dante Moore. We knew that the experiment wasn't going to work out anymore. They hired me for that reason. JJ, Dante Moore.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Please.
But I want to open the floor to Dylan first.
If he was here, he would slap me.
So, go ahead, Dill.
You're taking more out of the middle,
Huh?
putting a rookie QB under center, relying on 2 pieces of offense, and one is a rookie QB who's throwing to a double coverage superstar. So now you're just relying on a running back who's now going to get plummeted because you have no one needs to cover anybody because there's nobody. You got rid of the tight end. You got rid of Addison. You just cleared our whole entire roster on the fucking offense.
Dylan, just like they said, I got 4 picks and I got great. I had more things to do with the middle, but I wasn't allowed to. As a GM, I have a whole draft to get those positions. So do you. I have a whole draft to fill those up.
Okay. Alrighty. We could be here all day. I'm going to wrap it up. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. Deuces.
Deuces.
Cut it.
I'm gonna ban him from the stadium.